Tonight, from St. Louis, Missouri, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's St. Louis taking on the Mexico City Diablos.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Mexico City Diablos and our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 60 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Back to throw now on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be caught by Brown. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Looking to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And Winslow brings it in over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal from just inside the 5.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Diablos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field, the fullbacks for the defense. They knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
A try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 97 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Got a man. It's Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Diablos have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Collins.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Now a dump off here complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. Under pressure, and down he goes. buried by multiple defenders on the drives for Zach, a scenario you certainly crafty play call here. 14. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Curtis. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now a handoff up the middle. Curtis. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Curtis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bulldogs are back within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Bulldogs have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
This one caught by Winslow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He will find Winslow on the left side, complete. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. Where was the home team who were able to hold serve and get a victory in their stadium? The Washingtonians with an important win as they get their mark back to 2-2. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. A touchdown the difference, 21-14, the final score. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Trevor Lawrence, sharp in the victory as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 8. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll run on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Finding space at the 40, down the left sideline. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I think if you asked them truthfully, they would have been happy to get 8, 9, maybe even 10 yards there and give them a manageable third down attempt. Instead, he found plenty of room there on the catch and run and turned second and long into not just a first down, but a huge play.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll run on the inside handoff. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now they'll run on the draw. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. And that is incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead.
the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Second and 2. Over the middle, complete. That's Collins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Back to throw again. Another one caught by Collins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw here. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side caught by Winslow. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bulldogs have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to a go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking middle, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he will find his man on the outside. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Here's 2nd and a yard.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw.
And that is caught. It's Winslow. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll indeed take a knee.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You've mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.